Hey friends, I'm back with another video, and with this one I'm going to go back to research. That's right. If you saw my first video doing research, I feel like it was sort of incomplete. I didn't really get to craft anything good. I made some vials of pure water. I don't even remember making anything else in that video. I just know that we did get some skill ups in research, but we couldn't make anything good. We couldn't create a completed spell because I think I either ran out of money or something else, but it was most likely money. Thanks to some of my guildies and guildmates, I have acquired a small amount of money here that is enough to craft a few spells because I may need to buy some materials. And yes, having money, having plat is a barrier of entry into this skill because it's a little bit expensive. But once you have some plat, you can start crafting some spells. Then you can give those spells to guildies or sell them in the East Commons tunnel to other players. Hopefully for a profit. That's the goal after all. So we open up our research kit, and we did manage to create a few spells since that video was made. And one of them was the spell Mesmerization. It's sort of an AoE mez spell for enchanters that they could use at level 16 and up. It's not some weak little 16 spell though, because it works on creatures up to level 55. I'd say that's pretty good. What do we need to make this spell? We need a Quill of the Coercer, which can be purchased or crafted. We need Luckland's ink additive, which is purchased. We need some kind of thickener, which I don't even want to try to pronounce because the laughter in the comments will be palpable. So we're going to skip it. And then Ink of Forgetfulness, which I feel like I must be using because I'm forgetting things all the time. Ink of Tranquility and Cleaned Hide. Let's start off with a Cleaned Hide. A cleaned hide is crafted by players, but where do you start? You start by having raw hide. Raw hide is dropped off many different monsters. They're probably around level 15 to 20. So if you encounter some raw hide, save it. If you're not interested in doing trade skills or learning research, maybe you can give it or sell it to other players who would use it. Trade skill materials are very, very valuable now because there are some of these spells that just are not sold anywhere at all. Not until Plane of Knowledge opens up, and that's going to be a while. So you see here I have 7 raw hides. I have some Celestial Solvent and some Hide Solution. So let's combine these items to make our cleaned hide. There we go. We have a cleaned hide. So let's put it here in our box for now. We have multiple clean hides, as you can see, because I had a few already crafted, but we still need to make our Ink of Forgetfulness. So let's start with that. I'm going to type in ink and press enter. Oddly enough, it's not here in my known recipes, so I'm going to have to figure that one out. For that, I'm going to go to eqtraders.com. You could type in Ink of Forget in the search, and then you'll find it. It looks like we need some lethargy powder and some madness powder and a vial of pure water. Again, I'm looking at this recipe on eqtraders.com. You can go there too. I'm sure you have a browser on your computer. To make Ink of Forgetfulness, we need lethargy powder and manganese powder. These are purchased. We also need a vial of pure water. So I'm going to start by looking for this lethargy powder. I'm just going to type in LITH in the search bar for each merchant until it pops up. There we go. I'm going to buy 10 of those. I'm assuming manganese powder might be here too. And there we go. manganese powder. So I'm going to buy 10 of those. Notice this guy does sell Ink of Forgetfulness, but for 7 plat and 3 gold. Yikes. This is why I'm just buying the ingredients to make the stuff myself. Yeah, making your own ink, it's an extra step. And if you have the plat to burn, go right ahead and skip this step and just buy the ink. But you might be happier if you just craft it. Plus, once you've crafted it once, you could just type it in like FORG for forgetfulness. And there you go. You've got the recipe. And you can hit make all and just craft through and make the inks. Also, making inks at a low level, you can just go down the list and make like a few of each to have stock of it for the future, especially if you have a trade skill depot or some really large bags. You can have it. You can have it for future use. So we have our Ink of Forgetfulness. Now we want to make Ink of Tranquility. We don't have it currently memorized, so we're going to need to find out what that recipe is. To EQ traders, to type in Ink of Tranquility in the search, and there we go. We need limonite powder and titanium powder, along with some pure water. I'll just type in LIM, and there we go, limonite powder. And I'll type in TIT, short for titanium powder. Stop it, you pervs. And here we go. We're going to put 1 of each. And then add a pure water. And hit combine in the research kit. And now we have our Ink of Tranquility. I'm going to reopen my research kit. And I'll type TRAN. And there we go. Ink of Tranquility is in the recipes. So I'll just hit combine all. Saves me the step of having to move single items into my research kit and having to hit combine over and over again. There we go. We've got our ink made. We still need our thickener. So let's see how that's made. It looks like it might be pronounced enervating thickener, but that is probably incorrect. For that, we need a jade, a topaz, and vetiver root. Or we can purchase it for 4 plat, 4 gold. That is very expensive. But for this moment, I will purchase 1. And I will try to find that root, which I believe I can get in Everfrost, or maybe Freeport, to try and craft it. Because yeah, paying 4 plat each time is a little much, and I know it is cheaper to make it yourself. So here we go. We're going to put 1 of each ink. We're going to put that thickener. We're going to place our cleaned hide. So it looks like we have all the ingredients we need, but I did not cover the quill. You can craft these quills or buy them. Let's see what it takes to craft a quill of the coercer. You see, I've already crafted the quill of the coercer before. So you need these quills. These are just simple quills. It's just called quill, nothing else. And then you would need arcane treatment and enchanting treatment. I think the treatments are purchased off of this, the girl researcher. And there we go, arcane treatment and enchanting treatment. And these are about 5 gold each. You purchase those, you combine it with a quill, and there you have it. You make your quill of the coercer. It may fail sometimes, unfortunately. So now that I covered all of these components, we can try to craft the spell. Hit combine, and poof. We have a spell scroll, ready for an enchanter to scribe and use. Research basically works the same way regardless of the spell you want to craft. It's all a matter of finding all the ingredients you need to put it together and make your final product. Another spell we could try is color shift. So can we make color shift? Let's take a look. What do we need? We need a quill of the coercer, which I've already shown you how to make. We need Luckland's ink additive, which is purchased. And let's take a look for that. We'll type in LUC, short for luck. And yes, the same research merchant has the additive. So that's where you get it. You get it from her if you're a gnome. Of course, different cities have different merchants. You'll have to find out who has it in your city. We need Alcabor's thickener, and that too can be crafted. I think I already managed to craft some of this. I needed the Mystic Ash, which can be purchased off various merchants. You can do a search for this on EQ Traders, and it will tell you what merchants sell Mystic Ash. Then you just need a topaz and an opal. Combine those, and you get a stack of about 30 to 40 of the Alcabor's thickener, which ends up being cheaper than the price for the sum of the parts. You need to craft Ink of Mar or purchase Ink of Mar. So let's type in ink and see if we already have that recipe. Yes, we do. I believe I must have crafted it already. For that, you just need titanium powder and a vial of pure water. And I think this guy sells the powder. Yes, titanium powder. We buy it from him for 5 gold. We hit combine and we have the ink. And of course, we do need the fine hide. And let's go over it one more time. You just need the raw fine hide dropped off monsters and the fine hide solution. I believe he sells the solution. Here we go, fine hide solution for almost 2 plat, and it's off the second female merchant here, who's for some reason staring at the weird green glowing light. I guess she's hypnotized. You might be able to craft this, but I'm not sure. Okay, no, fine hide solution cannot be crafted. You must buy it from this merchant or a similar merchant within your city. Once you have all your materials, just hit combine. And there we go. We have managed to create the spell Color Slant. So you're asking, hey Fez, you're making a lot of very simple spells. It's obviously trivial to you because you're succeeding. We want to see you fail. We want to see you fail so hard that you weep. We want to see the pain in your eyes. Well, have I got a treat for you folks? I'm going to try to please you. I'm going to try to make something a little more challenging. And if you see my frustration, well, that will be yours too, should you endeavor on trying this trade skill. So we're going to try to make a cleaned supple hide. That's our first step. And I have a few supple hides, so at the very least, I can attempt it more than once. We need celestial solvent, raw supple hide, and supple hide solution. So let's go here. I believe we need this person here. And we're going to type supple. And we need supple hide solution. Yes, right here. So let's buy 2 of them. These are almost 2.5 plat each. So we open up our research kit. We want to find some of our celestial solvent. So I'm not sure if I have any. Let me just type in CEL. There we go, celestial solvent. And it's down here at the bottom. We want to grab our raw supple hide. See, I've got 14 of them. It might be fun to try. We have our supple hide solution. So we're going to combine these 3 things and hopefully get our hide. Oh, there we go. We succeeded that part. So let's try once more. You make one more scroll. There we go. So we got 2 scrolls. Now's the hard part. So you see, that was actually trivial for me to just make the clean supple hide, but the spell won't be. We want some conjuring thickener, ink additive of the nameless, ink of EC, ink of the companion, and quill of the convoker. And of course, I'm misspelling quill. So I'm excited to fail for you guys. I think I already might have some of these. Let's take a look. Okay, I don't have those. I don't have those quills yet, folks. So let's try to make some. Elemental treatment. I think the treatments are purchased off of her. So if you're looking out towards the door, she's right of the door. Just going to type in LM, short for elemental. And let's try to make 2 of these. In case, you know, we fail once, we can try again right away. There we go. So we have our quill. Now we want ink of the companion. Let's see what inks we currently have, because we may already made some. We have some ink of the companion. Okay. That's great news. What about ink of EC? We have some ink of EC as well. What about ink additive of the nameless? Let me actually grab these inks and kind of put them somewhere where I'm going to know where they are, so I can find them quickly and easily. All right, we'll put them there in that little bottom bag. We do have some ink additive of the nameless as well, so let's put that in that bottom bag. One item that I do not have is conjuring thickener. That requires 2 topaz and vetiver root. I'm going to buy 2 of these. I know I'm blowing like 9 plat, but it's for a good cause. Because I don't want to deal with crafting that other thing right now. So let's put that in there. Let's put our inks in here. Remember, they're in this bag, not that other one. Want to grab our clean supple hide, quill of the convoker. And I think that's everything. Let's try to hit combine. And of course we failed. But we did get our research up to 57, guys. So that's not terrible. That sort of mitigates my pain a little bit. So let's try this one more time, because we do have one more hide. So we got our conjuring thickener. We've got our ink additive of the nameless, ink of the companion, ink of EC, quill of the convoker, and our clean supple hide. Combine. Holy cats. Not only did we succeed, but we got another skill up. We're now at a skill of 58. And what did we make here? We made greater summoning water, guys. So I'm going to have a gift to give to some lucky mage. Because this is, I'm pretty sure it's a crafted only spell. It might not be. I'll probably look it up and weep quietly off camera if I made something that you could just buy in Ocean of Tears. But I'm still very happy that I was able to craft that on camera, no less. Usually, whenever I'm trying to film, I have failure after miserable failure. And you could see the tears well up in my eyes. But not today, folks, not today. So, going forward, much of your research will be very similar. It will be filled with frustration and anxiety. It will be filled with lots of trips to other cities to find certain roots and vegetables or minerals or whatever the heck you need to combine to make some of these silly materials. That is, at least if you want to save some of your plat. It honestly could be cheaper to just buy the finished scrolls off other players than it is to do this skill. But for those of you who are gluttons for punishment, maybe a little bit masochistic, then this is for you. I do like being able to craft spells for my friends, guildies, and even some of my alts. So it can be very useful. It also does give you the satisfaction that, yes, if there's a spell you cannot find anywhere else, you can make it. You can also research some of the tomes that melee types can use. So that's another nice, useful thing. I hope you found this video helpful and or useful. If you did, leave it a thumbs up. If you didn't, I'm sorry. But a thumbs up is preferable as it will let me be seen more in the algorithms. I'd love to grow the channel and reach a few more of you Everquest players out there. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. My analytics shows that only 10% of my viewers are actually subscribed. If you really like what I do and you want to help support me and support the channel, consider joining the channel as a channel member. Channel members get special perks and privileges like a link to join the private Discord. If YouTube memberships are not your thing, look at the links below the video for a link to my Patreon page. Patreon patrons get similar perks like a link to join the private Discord. There's also no ads over there on Patreon. You can also leave a super thanks on the video. A super thanks is like a little donation that says, "Hey Fez, I enjoyed this. It was helpful. Thank you." I'd like to thank all of my current YouTube channel members, especially those of you who resubscribe month after month. I see you. I see you there. You're awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate the resubscribes. You guys help motivate me to keep going. You help keep the lights on, and you are the backbone of my channel. I appreciate you. And thank you everybody for watching. Have a great day, and as always, have a wonderful tomorrow.